May I just share something?
Go ahead.
Thank you for your response. I still remain concerned with everything I said, but I will just again reiterate that these concerns were brought up at the workshop before this final report was done. Also, there was one-on-ones. So these comments that I've made today are not new. It's new as far as us as a commission getting together, but not new to what staff and the conversations that we've had before. So that was the opportunity, was between the rough drafts and now today to get those things addressed. And I specifically do recall that other communities were going to be looked at that were more in line with us. So that's just my final statement.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to vote shortly on this motion, which is to accept this plan as work product. We've aired our concerns and so forth. The one thing I'm concerned about is about the pool. And one thing I learned recently was that some time ago, and I don't know when, maybe it was 10 years ago or I don't know, several years ago, but the county offered to split the cost, I believe, of construction, but there may be other costs, in half with the city of Northport for a 50-meter pool. And at that time, and like I said, I don't know exactly when it was. I don't think any of us was here. So my perception is the county is very receptive to us, the municipalities, coming to them with potential projects, much more a project basis than typical CRA types of humongous long-term kinds of things. So I'd really like for us to consider just finding out if there's any interest in that, if the county would be open to entertaining a possibility, no commitment, no explicit request for any amount, but if they're willing to be a partner, since the community, and I've been here 10 years, and I have heard this interest for a pool or aquatic related, whatever it might ultimately possibly ever be, since I have been here. And so some of these techniques and so forth that have been used, notwithstanding whether we individually believe in their veracity or not, that's up to individuals. But I think, we're very divided as a board on this concept of a pool or aquatic or whatever. Can we find out if we might have a partner? And if so, then we might say, if the ballpark number's X, whatever it is, maybe that is really a perfect example of what would need to go to a referendum. Because if the community wants it and the community is willing to pay for it, then we are willing to be encumbered ourselves. And it's not us saying we're going to encumber commissions down the road and so forth and so on. So that is an ask. I just want to put it out there today and look forward to whatever your thoughts are on that. Commissioner Cook.
Just briefly in response to that, I would do this under a point of information, but you mentioned a CRA. CRAs are actually money set aside for blighted communities, so I
probably used the wrong acronym, but yeah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
The motion is very specific. It's all we're doing is saying, thank you, this is the work product, thank you, we paid you, and thank you. It's not supposed to get in. We've very specifically said we're not going into each item or any item. So I understand, Mayor, what you're saying, if you don't mind my addressing you, but that's a conversation for a different time. This is very general. It's just, do we accept this program, or just accept it, thank you, you've handed it to us, we've handed you your check, and now we go about our business. That's all it was.
Thank you. Vice Mayor?
I just wanted a point of information. City manager, you've been here long enough. Has the county ever come to us, and I'll end it at this, Commissioner Cook, have they ever come to us to, I don't remember in the 3 years that I've been here, 3.5 years that I've been here, that the county offered a half of for building a swimming pool here?
Well, I'll be here 5 years in less than a week. And no, that conversation hasn't happened since I've been here. But it may have before that. I don't know.
No. No.
Commissioner.
Thank you. I think we need to go ahead and vote. Okay. Go ahead.
If I could, because it's relevant
yes,
to this.
Thank you.
And it may be a point of information, but there was a joint meeting between the city and the county, and I believe it was back in maybe 2011, where there was conversation about jointly working on a pool. So there was no commitments that I recall as far as, 50-50 split or anything. But it was a conversation that there was interest to work together and even possibly have the school board and so on.
Wait a minute. Oh, go ahead.
So as far as I know, that was a conversation. And could that be looked up, city manager, as far as providing that background information to us?
Yeah, I don't think there was a lot of background information at the time, but absolutely.
No, I mean as far
yeah.
as what was said, what was
Yeah.
decided and all that.
And I think that had his, if memory serves me, that's a different conversation than what I heard the mayor say. But I think it was more geared towards the 150, 160 that they put into the, but maybe not. It's been, that was a long time ago. But I
Right, it
certainly
was
don't
a
ever
while ago.
remember the county offering to pay for half.
Right.
That is not, I've never heard that one before.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and one more point of information.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope Commissioner Jones doesn't mind. He's been here longer than us, and he has indicated that he doesn't remember that conversation. Do you mind?
Thanks, yeah. Might have been before that. Okay. Thank you. I think we're ready to vote. Yes? Okay, do we all remember what we're voting on? Commissioner Cook moved, and it was seconded to accept this Parks and Rec Master Plan, final plan, as work product. And that passes on a vote of 4-1. Okay, thank you very much.